Das ist ungefähr ähnlich, weißt du, dieser Triggerpunkt, den du hast bei Lernunterricht und also diese Strecken statt so zu machen. Das heißt, das ist genau eine Verlängerung dazu. Ne? Das ist so hier, hier und da. Kommen Rahmen zu
So I just tried to gain information in the beginning and also worth, that he feels that I'm somebody worth following, worth listening to. And I gain worth by letting him feel in his body how he can make different changes and different levels of tension go away, by letting him feel where the tension is and how he can relax these parts of his body in order to feel better. Then through the work, we're not starting with any artificial tension, any blockages in the body, and we give him an idea of the feeling he has to look for in himself when we ask something. This is the part that we're looking for. And then we can start to build the good connections in his body. He has a little bit that the whole body doesn't really talk to itself. It's kind of, the body is asleep all the time. And then you get this reactive part of his nervous system that kicks into gear. And then when the reactive nervous system kicks into gear, he has actually no control over anything then. And everything is going everywhere.
He actually looks pretty relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from the first bit. Then when we ask for a simple step, just to go to the side, then he makes this in the body. Like you ask him to move to the side, and instead of relaxing and following, you ask him to move to the side, and then his body does this, he gets stiff, and then there's the backward step and together, but there's no step where the hind leg joins to the front. And you see the right front in the ground all the time. So we have to open this leg up, because I want that the left hind is going to talk to the right front. So I move this one to try to get it open. Right front. right front. And that he's able to make this step, and not that he's making this one. That it can really move to the side. She gets the balance a bit more on the hind there and across. And he has to remember this pattern afterwards. He's got a bit desk job body, you know, standing, typing like this.
Yeah.
Then you touch it here and he's like,
There's something that's behind him. He's not like that anymore.
sorry?
Something, a noise is behind him. He's not like that anymore.
No, no. And then you get the nervous system,
Yeah.
the reactive nervous
Exactly.
system. Yeah, then you get the no control of the body at all.
Exactly.
And then he finds it difficult to make connection with himself again. When that switch just goes on, then
It's like Hana, huh?
yeah. Also here the basic connection, when we're asking for a forward step, his body does everything except stepping under the hind leg. There. So for him to have contact and connection with his brain and all of his thoughts all of the time, his body also has to be connected. So what he does know, writing, is only through being put somewhere and do something through repetition. It's familiar and I know it because I've done it a million times, not because it makes sense or I have an understanding of that connecting in my body. His basic function when you ask him just to take a sideward step is 2, 7, 4, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the order of movement in his body, the basic of how to just turn where one leg talks to the other. You see it's the same both sides. Left front is also here stuck in the ground. So what happens then, when you get the reactiveness of the nervous system kicking in, and none of your body parts make connection and communication, it's like touching two wires together in the hard drive, and then you get, and then this explosion. Because none of the parts actually communicate and connect well. The right front again in the ground. There's good. He has also then, from his order of movement and the basic pattern in his body, how he is himself, how he's controlling his own life, is his body becomes shut down and he has not a lot of space in the joints, in the muscles. Everything is a little bit tight everywhere. The way in which he's managing himself. Stiff and strong as hell in front, which you will also get when the nervous system kicks in. Then you have no chance. If he's going this one, you cannot stop. It's like a bull at a gate. There's better. Good. 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 Yeah. I said that one part moves, then number 2 moves, then 3, then 4, then 5. And not that some parts are really stiff and not moving. And then you sort of, if you ever put a whole lot of power into that, all the parts end up smashing against each other. Not running away from himself, that he finds the order of movement in his body. So this becomes your framework, this becomes your foundation for him understanding the order of movement in his body, finding control, finding a position and posture of control in his body. You see the normal one? That's the first reaction. But then, because we've explained to him where it only has to go, and then has to communicate with the opposite front leg, we can then continue to ask him the question that he finds then this position. Oh. Good. And then we try to then initiate that slowly. So we see that he moves left front first, then right hind. And then he doesn't get the stickiness, he only gets the shape. Good. Yeah. Like most forces with any kind of Sedona hole in the blood, you get the capacity and the capability in the body is very high, but the management system, the computer to run all that talent is very small, and often upside down and back to front. So you have really the good body parts, but then the computer is made in China. Often does not, the wires doesn't run sufficiently. So you have to build a good management system that fits and connects with the body. This is already better now. And then I try to put the two sides together, left arm into right front, and then right arm into left front. So, physically, he's not a stiff horse, but the order of movement in his body creates stiffness. Because now you have a horse that can easily bend right and left, there's no resistance in the rein. And also the process of him getting himself ready to do something. He's also in the mindset of waiting to be made to do it. And he has to get good at knowing what to do, not that he gets good at being told what to do. But also for the backing up, he's also, what do I do with my body? He has to have the feeling and the order of the asking, then the voice, and then the explanation that we want him to back up. But I'm more interested in the preparation, that he makes this. And if he gets good at preparing himself well, then the actual backing up, the execution of the movement comes for free. But if he doesn't make himself ready for it, he's kind of just standing and waiting for you to pull him back. So then the responsibility of being able to manage yourself And then it starts that he moves in the right order in his body. And that's the same as if you get a horse that's exploding, running forward, how do you bring it back? The order of the body is 5, 4, 2, 1, not 4, 3, 2, 1. And you feel as if the body has a handbrake on. You have to know how to prepare his body to be able to slow down, to be able to get control. So the turning now is for obvious reasons, because when he gets tense now, he's going to make this shape instead of running off. One, the shape means we can stay in control. He's not like dragging me up there. And number two, the shape will bring him into the right answer. So because he starts to make a connection here, left hind, right front, it will bring him to the relaxed state. Because even if he gets a bit nervous, he makes a bit tension, but then he starts to move like this. It takes the tension out of the body, the sideways. And then we just remind him also about this feeling of the body, that you're not allowing yourself to get into the not thinking mode. Then it's not that I then am just putting pressure on him, just for the sake of putting pressure on. It has to be very specific in leading him into the right answer. You have to let him stiffening up and getting up and to the right. The bag gets up and to the right to lead him down and to the left until he finds that connection in his body again. Now he's in the thinking mode. Okay, the losing control of my body is obviously not the answer. I brought myself now to a point of stability, control, standing still. Now I want him to think about what's happening here, the tension in his body, not allowing himself to get tied when he feels pressure behind him. First bit is what he's doing with his body. When he feels any kind of pressure in general. So now we don't have the running off, but I want him to find a deeper state of relaxation. He starts to get intelligent about some mindfulness. He has to understand how he can make himself feel better in a situation. And that he has an answer that doesn't involve fear. Because the running, of course, is because he's afraid. and he doesn't know what to do with himself at that moment. If you find out another addict that doesn't involve fear, he's going to be learning to be intelligent enough to manage himself in a good way,